welcome back to another daily vlog. If you're new here, it's Latricia Nicole. If you're not, hey girl. Y'all, today is I'm listen. Shout out to me for still vlogging. Shout out to me for vlogging in the middle of a literal storm. Okay? Today is Wednesday. See? Today is Wednesday, June the 11th. That's what today is. Y'all, let me do a brief catch up. So last night we had a thunderstorm here. And okay, cool, we got a thunderstorm. I'm like, it's probably about 7 something. I'm thinking, okay, we just gonna get in the bed. You know, storm. When it's storm, that means it's time to take a nap. It's time to go to sleep or whatever. So I'm like, okay, we gonna sleep good tonight. Like, okay. Y'all, I'm in the bed. Wasn't necessarily all the way ready for bed because I still needed to go and like shut the kitchen down or whatever. But I was like in the bed, sitting on the side of the bed with the baby and my husband. And when I say the loudest thunder I have probably ever heard in my almost 40 years of living, and along with the thunder came a strike of lightning that I'm going that way. I gotta wait for the traffic. That I'm pretty sure we all saw the kids upstairs, us downstairs, saw some portion of the lightning inside of the house. I don't know. It scared the mess out of me. Yeah. So, okay. The lightning, the thunder, the lights went out for maybe like 10 minutes. Fine. We go to everything's coming back on, and we realize that the lights in the rest of the house everything came back on in the rest of the house. However, the lights in our room didn't come back on, so we had to go to the breaker box. So we go to the breaker box. So in our room, for whatever reason, our room tends to be warmer than the rest of the house. So we have like a portable air conditioning unit in our room. The air conditioner would not come back on. And baby, we sleep with that air conditioner faithfully. We live in South Louisiana. It is it be warm, okay? It be warm. So we realized the air conditioner was fried. My husband got up. He went to Home Depot. He bought another portable air conditioning unit. No problem. The TV comes back on. We realize, okay, it's saying that the TV is offline because of the internet. So we thinking, okay, well, maybe, the router had to restart or whatever. Go look at the router. The router is completely off. No power. The router was not plugged into a surge protector, so the router was fried. Why did we have a brand new AT&T router in our storage closet is beyond me, but it came in clutch because otherwise I would have probably had to go into the office today. Because I need internet to work. I have a hotspot, but like I needed to be able to work full day. So that was that. When my husband got back from Home Depot, I park in the garage. My husband parks on the driveway. I got back from Home Depot. My husband said, the garage not working. I said, what? He said, yeah, the garage is not working. It's not the full garage. It's the something panel, the control panel that goes inside of the whatever. And you're looking at like anywhere from $500 to like $1,000 to get the garage people to come out. It's actually something that went out a couple years ago, and my husband changed it himself. Like, it was like the part is like $100, so we had to order that. So that's that. So then my husband gets up and goes to work earlier than I do, obviously. Like, my husband leaves, it's still dark outside. So I roll over this morning at like 3:30. I have a text from my husband that said, call me when you get up. Of course I panic because don't ever send me that. Like, it's in the middle of the morning. I called my husband and he goes, I need you to get up and go and check the thermostat for the air conditioner. Now he's talking about the air conditioning unit downstairs. I go and check the thermostat. The air is set at 74. The thermostat says that it is 71 degrees in the house, which means that the thermostat is not working. It's not, if you know, the thermostat is supposed to tell the heat or the air how cold or hot to get, and then it stops at that point. When it gets above or below where you set it, it starts back up to cool off. It wasn't working. The air conditioner was just running. So he says, okay, well, I need you to unhook the thermostat. Babe, I'm just a girl. What do you mean unhook the thermostat? So he walked me through unhooking it. So then it hit me, because when I unhooked it, it turned the air off. Sir, once again, we live in South Louisiana. What the heck am I, like, it's 76 degrees right now. What are we supposed to do when it starts getting hot? He was like, well, you had a portable air in the room. The kids' air conditioner upstairs is still working, so they're gonna be fine. And he said, I'll just stop at Home Depot and buy another thermostat on my way home from work. So my next question to him was, you getting off early, right? So that's that. 2 of the cameras for the alarm did not come back online once we re-hooked up the internet. So I had to try to, I guess, figure out how to troubleshoot that, or see if we need to get the alarm company back out. And then what I think is the last issue, I don't know, is that for some reason the lights in the kitchen and the lights in the bathroom upstairs are flickering. And so my mom was like, well, just file a claim with your homeowner's insurance. And even though that is a lot of things, to me, I don't feel like it's worth filing a claim with your homeowner's insurance, because y'all know, like, that's like let me say the claim for something big, like a leaky roof or something. I don't know. So that's how my day is going. So yeah, I just dropped my son off to football practice. I'm dropping the baby off to ABA therapy. I was going to go to Walmart because I don't care. I'm making grilled chicken sandwiches today. I was gonna go to Walmart to get the stuff, but when I get home, I'm just going to do a Walmart order, a delivery order, have them deliver it to my door, because I don't want to say, like, I don't know, I just don't want to claim a bad day, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Alright, so I made it home finally. Not finally, child. Anyways, I made it home. I stopped and got me a coffee, because one thing about me is, when life's inconveniences occur, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to treat myself. Not only that, I'm about to clean up my kitchen, and I'm working from the bed today. And I'm about to make a Walmart order too, because I promise, my son had asked me for, yesterday we were talking about what was I going to make for dinner. He asked for burgers. And so I told him, I said, well, instead of me doing, because him and my husband were talking a couple days ago about chicken sandwiches. I said, how about instead of me do burgers, I do chicken sandwiches? And he was like, that's fine. I said, what about grilled chicken? And so my son and my husband were super excited. So I don't care what's going on in this house, they having chicken sandwiches today. And that's another thing I love about my husband. My husband be so nonchalant. Like, he does not, I don't think I've ever seen him worried about anything other than, like, when I was pregnant, he was. But he is so, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm, like, about to cry. Look at my hair. I'm going to get my hair braided this Saturday. But anyways, it's neither here nor there. Because he's still sending me TikToks, and I'm over here, oh my God. So here's a quick Walmart haul. I got some brioche buns to go with our chicken sandwiches. I got some Great Value honey wheat bread. We just eat this for sandwiches. I got some hickory smoked bacon for the sandwiches. I got 2 packs of chicken breasts. I'm gonna butterfly the breast, so I don't think I'm gonna need the whole 2 packs, because these are kind of like thicker. So what I'm gonna do is probably put the other pack in the freezer for another meal, another day. My son requested Frosted Flakes. I absolutely hate when my kids eat Frosted Flakes because whatever is left in a bowl, they end up in the sink. And I'm doing it because my son is sitting right here. I got some hamburger deal chips, even though this is not the kind that I like. I like the Great Value. They're kosher. The Great Value, they're kosher and they taste better, but this will do. My son got some protein shakes. I got Chick-fil-A sauce to go on the chicken sandwiches. I got some lettuce for the chicken sandwiches. My daughter wanted some more apple dippers, I think. Yes, like the apple with the caramel dipping sauce. And I got some seasoned fries, even though I requested the Checkers kind. They said they were out, so this is what I got. And then we got Dr. Pepper. So what I'm about to do is I'm going to butterfly the chicken breast, and then I'm going to season them. And then when I clock out at 4:30, I am going to go ahead and fry them up, fry the bacon up. But why are there dishes in the sink again? This is my problem with summer, okay? Because I don't use my dishwasher. That's my own personal preference, whatever. But if you have kids that are at home during the summertime, then you know it is a non-stop marathon of washing dishes. Like, I got y'all paper, styrofoam bowls. Like, what more do y'all want? I had my husband call me when he got off, and I was just like explaining to him how overwhelmed I am. And we recently watched the Tyler Perry movie Straw. We watched it over the weekend. And I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. The movie had me in tears because I've said this so many times on my channel that, of course, before I married my husband, I had been through a divorce. And I know what it feels like to be a single parent. I know what it feels like to do it all on your own. I know what it feels like to feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulder. And while I don't feel like that right now, I am in a state of every time I turn around it's something. And I was just telling my husband today, I was like, you know, starting from Thursday, called me to pick the baby up because they thought that she possibly had pampered mouth. I just kind of feel like it has constantly been like every day is something. And my husband was able to just kind of like, you know, he was like, that's why I'm always really big on you getting, you know, rest whenever you're able to. You can't overextend yourself to people, you know, when family members reach out and, you know, they may need help with something. Like, it's good to be of assistance, but one thing I'm not always good at is, you know, I do feel like I am the relative, I am the friend that when people need somebody to talk to, like, I'm the go-to person. And I wholeheartedly believe that energy is transferable, and I think a lot of times I'm subconsciously taking on other people's problems, and I can't keep doing that to myself, because what happens is then when I have something that happens in my own life, I'm already at the edge. I'm already on the brink of oh my God, like, I can't take it no more. So, and that my husband and I have gone back and forth on since we were dating. My husband is kind of really like laid back, and he is so nice. He's going to give the shirt off his back if he could. But one thing that I've learned from my husband is he's not going, unless it's for me or the kids, I'm being honest, but he's not going to quote unquote help somebody at the sake of his own mental health. And because he's naturally a protector, he for years has been like, I might go to him and say, oh, I gotta go do such and such for somebody, or I have to do this. And he'll always say, "But Trish, what does that have to do with you?" And I'm gonna be honest, in my stubbornness, a lot of times I used to get upset with him about it. Like, you know, I wanted to be combative. But here recently, I'm understanding. Because my husband is one of those people where we have been together for a little bit over 12 years. I've never really seen him stressed, except, I think I said this earlier today actually. Probably one of the first times I've ever really seen my husband stressed is when, because I've told y'all I had a really complicated pregnancy with JC, is when I was going through the pregnancy. Because there was a point where mentally I wasn't in a good space because of what I was going through health-wise, and then even with my health issues, I didn't always know that I was gonna make it. But I said all of that to say, one of the things that I am learning is to give myself grace, and I no longer can offer room for helping us. Sometimes the most help I can offer is a prayer, honestly. I can no longer make a lot of sacrifices for the sake of being a bigger person either. And that's just a personal revelation. I won't even go into detail with that, but just know that over the years I have made a lot of sacrifices, and I don't regret these sacrifices. If I had it to do over again, I would do it over again as far as the sacrifice portion of it. But along with me sacrificing, some of it has been to make peace or save face on behalf of other people, and I don't have that to do anymore. I can't. I just can't. It is what it is. If the public sees people in a certain light, it's no longer my place to save people from that. I just can't. But anyways, there's that. What I'm about to do, let me go and find my other tripod, is I'm about to season this food, but you know I'm not cooking no meal. Oh, I almost tripped. You know I'm not cooking a meal unless it's something I've already cooked. With where I'm at mentally, and what that has started looking like for me is a lot of missed calls, a lot of missed text messages, a lot of, you know, not responding. I'm the person that used to feel like, oh, if somebody texts me, I have to respond. If somebody asks me to do something, like somebody were to call and ask me for a ride or ask me to borrow something, like, oh, well, you know, I don't feel like doing it, or I gotta make arrangements. But I've always been that person that, well, you know, if I feel sorry for, at least she trying, or if I don't do it, who gonna do it, or he gonna be left out, you know. And those are not always my burdens to bear, because I've been in certain situations, and when this is where I have found myself in those situations, it strengthened my prayer life. It strengthened, you know, it made me realize, like, you know, who do I have? Like, who's in my corner? I'm only one person. I can't be in everybody's corner at the same time. That just doesn't even physically make sense. So emotionally, it shouldn't either. So, you know, that's kind of, even though, you know, I would have liked to believe that I have been doing a good job of taking care of myself mentally, I haven't been doing a good enough job of taking care of myself mentally. So, but if you haven't seen that movie Strong, I see people going back and forth online about it. Oh, it's not good. People like, oh, it's not that good. People are over exaggerating it. Tyler Perry just likes to capitalize all of his movies and shows are about the struggling black woman. Well, let me tell you how I feel about it. I feel like the thing about it is, do y'all want him to write about things that's relatable? Like, no, that's not everybody's story. No, everybody's not stuck. First of all, we've seen Tyler Perry movies that may have not, you know, but one of the things that I actually liked about that movie was, like I said, I was able to relate. I could see, and on top of that, a lot of the movie also, and this may or may not have gone over a lot of people's head. The lady clearly was struggling, and rightfully so. Like when you saw what she was going through, mentally with a lot of stuff. And so, if you haven't watched this movie, skip past this part or something. I don't know. And so when whatever transpired with her daughter, just kind of exasperated her mental health issues. So it sent her into psychosis. I don't care who you are, that is relatable. We all, because we say it all the time. What we say? Oh, my nerves bad. Well, there's a technical term for your nerves being bad, you know? So I just feel like, I mean, if it's not for you, don't watch it, like Fool or whatever, but to me it was a good movie because it was relatable, especially now in the day and age of social media. Baby, ain't nobody getting online telling nobody they struggling. Ain't nobody getting online telling people they cell phone off, or they got a or they have a disconnect notice. Nobody's telling nobody that. Like, let's keep it a buck. No, nobody. We only get to see the glitz and the glamour. Everybody on social media is healing. Everybody is doing silent, moving in silence. Everybody's cutting somebody off. Baby, when the last time you logged on and saw one of your mutuals say, I got eviction notice on the door? It's relatable, whether you choose to, you know. And it might not be relatable to you, but it's probably relatable to your cousin. If you were raised by a single mom, it probably was relatable to, you know. So that's my take on it. But that's just me. What do I know? So that's my little rant. And before, because this is what it's going to end at, because I'm making a short, but this ain't got nothing to do with what I was talking about. I done went back to red and I went back to square nails. Now I think when I go and get a refill, I'm going to get this color again. This is D&D for Roy Red, but I'm going to go back to oval or almond. Even though I really like these square nails, I don't think I'm a square girl anymore. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. If you've made it so far, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit of the food here, but you can see it on my short. And if you have not already done so, make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I promise you, typically my hair is combed or some sort of comb. This is, you know, I'm roughing it. But yeah, thank you for sticking with me. That's it. That's all. Bye.